All right. Looks like I'm coming through okay. I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Colin Keena. I'm a broker with 3T Futures and work with DTI, the Diversified Trading Institute as well, and wear a few different hats. And what I want to talk to you guys today about is the Nadex platform and Nadex trading. I got a few slides I want to go through here real quick. So if everybody is on the slideshow tab, you should see the DTI logo up here. First of all, just want to say thank you to the Trading Pub for allowing all of us to come on and talk to you guys, and thank you also to you, the attendees, for making this possible. The Trading Pub's a really great place for everybody to come together and really share ideas, share thoughts, and it really wouldn't all be possible without you guys showing an interest in what we have to offer. So thanks again to you guys, and we sure do appreciate you guys showing up and taking the time out of your day to listen. So without further ado, let's get on in here to these slides. I'll go through, like I said, I'm gonna go through a couple slides, and then we'll actually go and look at the actual Nadex platform to kind of go over some things, and we'll take a look at some different binaries. So maybe looking at the different opportunities available with trading the binaries. But first of all, what is Nadex? For those of you who don't have any prior knowledge of Nadex and what they do, it's called the North American Derivatives Exchange. It's a Chicago-based electronic futures exchange. It is CFTC regulated, and guys, it's really the kind of contracts, the kind of trading that is offered on the Nadex exchange is exclusive to Nadex in America. The type of trading, like I said, the binaries and the bull spread trading is what Nadex offers. And like I said, it is unique to this type of exchange. It is unique to the States, to America. There are some exchanges like this, kind of similar to this, over in Europe. So if we do have some European attendees in the house today, they might have run across something similar to what we offer. But Nadex, it's a really great opportunity, really great way to trade. Like I said, they're fairly new. They're fairly new. They have been making a lot of a push to get their name out there lately. I don't know if anybody ever watches the Bloomberg channel or CNBC. You've probably seen a commercial with Nadex on there. So like I said, if you guys pay attention to those channels, which most of you do, if you're like me, like to watch the CNBC, keep up with the markets, all that kind of stuff in the Bloomberg channel. So you might have seen a little commercial, seen them kind of a little clip, but so hopefully, like I said, hopefully that's been piqued your interest, and hopefully we'll pique your interest even more with the presentation kind of going through this here. So anyway, let's move on. Like I said, the types of contracts that are offered are binary options and the bull spreads. I'm mainly going to focus on the binary options today. We're working with a limited time, and we've got a lot of other speakers coming up, so we'll probably do something on the bull spreads at a later date. But like I said, mostly going to focus on the binaries, which really interesting trading opportunities with that. So and basically the binary options, it's really simple. It's really simple. You're going to have two outcomes possible. It's going to be correct or incorrect. It's going to be false or true or false, and that's it. It's either going to pay out $100 per contract or $0 per contract. Your risk is always going to be capped. It's always controlled. It's always known before getting into the trade. Before you even get into the trade, you know exactly what your risk is going to be. You know exactly how much the trade will actually cost you. Before you even get into it. So it's really neat, really great way to, like I said, keep your risk. Control your risk. These markets have been really fluctuating a lot. Probably, it's really probably caught out a lot of people towards the end of the year here. So, having the opportunity to not only know what your risk is, but completely control it, cap it, and know what it is, and know what it is before you go into the actual trade is a very excuse me, very great situation, that you'll find yourself in. So, like I said, it's all completely controlled. Bull spreads, won't spend too much time on this, but it's a single contract with a floor and a ceiling. It's those of you who trade options, it is most like a vertical call spread on options. For those of you, like I said, if you're familiar with how those work, that's pretty much the closest thing relative wise to what the bull spread is. And like I said, just want to mention both of these contracts, your bull spreads and your binaries, are going to be priced for the retail trader. Okay. Multiple markets offered. You've got your stock market indices, you got your Forex rates, you got commodities, and we can even trade event-based. They even have an event-based maturity to trade. Upcoming news events. There's several news events throughout the week. You can actually pull up these news events on Nadex and trade them, and give an over/under of your jobless claims, job reports, stuff like that. Like I said, there's several news events throughout the week, and there's ways to take advantage of these it's a way to take advantage of these different things that are coming out. Towards the end of the year, we get a lot of news events that move markets. So having the opportunity to be able to trade these events not only gives you opportunity to make more money, but also can pair that with your regular futures trading, your regular trading as well, and you've pretty much edged yourself and and protected yourself in ways that you might not have thought about or even thought was possible. So really great, a lot of good opportunities on there. It's very low collateral required to trade, and we'll kind of get into this later when we go in to the platform and kind of show a lot of things. There's it's no setup. There's no software to download. There's no software to purchase. It's all just based in on the internet. It's all just just log in, go to nadex.com, you log in, and the platform is brought up, and you're able to trade. And they actually also have a smartphone app. So wherever you can get the internet, whether it be on your phone, on a laptop, at home, wherever you get the internet, you can trade the Nadex. So there's no real commission structure, for the trading. There's an exchange fee of 90 cents a side, and they help you out with these exchange fees. They want you to trade, it's to your advantage. They make it to your advantage to trade multiple contracts because it's 90 cents a side up to 10 lots. Okay, so if you're trading a 20 lot, only the first 10 contracts are going to incur an exchange fee. So like I said, they really make it to your advantage to trade multiple contracts, and you can see with the low collateral to trade, you're still keeping a low minimum on your risk to reward ratio as far as trading these multiple contracts. And like I said, we'll get into that a little bit more as we move on throughout here. The expirations on the binaries are going to be there's hourly, there's daily, weekly, and again, like I said, the event based as well. Basically the event based will go up until the actual announcement of the number. Then of course that will be the actual expiration when they actually make the announcement of the news events. But like I said, so several different markets, several different opportunities to trade, not only on like the hourly window is pretty much a 2-hour window starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, going from 7 to 9, 9 to 11, 11 to 1, and so out and so on, and so forth throughout the day. Daily is always going to be the expiration will always be at market close at the end of the day. Weekly again is going to be market close Friday afternoon, and I just talked about those event-based ones. So. All right, so I'm going to come back to that one, but let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and switch us over to desktop sharing. So just give me a minute while I load this projector here. Just give me 1 second, guys. All right, let's see. Okay, there it goes. Okay. All right, should be coming up here in just a second. Sorry, I don't know why it's taking so long. Okay, here he goes. Let's see. All right, can everybody see that okay? You might have to adjust your screen, but basically what you're looking at here is just the workspace that I have set up. You can see here I've just got a dome, a trading dome up next to it. The trading dome is actually not going to be part of the Nadex platform. The Nadex platform is this, what you see all right here. The dome, like I said, is going to be separate, but I always like to keep a dome up just because you want to keep an eye on where the underlying futures market's going to be. Just real quick, we'll just go do a quick little run through of the platform. You can see here all of these tabs up top here are windows actually that you can bring up and adjust your workspace and have it have the windows in a way that makes most sense to you. It's personal. It's fully fully personalized. You can make this however you like it. And this is kind of just the basic setup that I've done. You can see here I've got a window with different markets. I've got a watch list window. You have your open positions window and your working orders. Noticing down here, you actually have some watch lists that they have already established for you. If you come through and scroll through here, you can see all the different little watch lists that they've made for you. You got their intraday binaries on the metals, indices. So it's really neat that they've put that together for you as well. And you can also just create your own little watch list by coming through the different markets, and it gives you this little arrow down. You can add it to your watch list. Makes it real easy to keep to be able to monitor several different markets at once, and still be on just the one page, and not have to navigate over and back and forth. So it makes it really neat to have these watch lists going. Usually what I'll do is if I come in and trade first thing in the morning, I'll just go through, get a bunch of different markets I want to take a look at, different trading I want to look at, and just come through and just create a quick little watch list. That way I've got everything that I want to look at, right in front of me, and and like I said, don't have to keep navigating back and forth and whatnot. So so that's about pretty much about these windows. Over here is your navigation little window here. This is where you're going to find all the different markets. You can see here. Let me collapse that for a second. But you can see here all the different markets, all the different opportunities here. What you can see, just in front of you, we got the indices, you got the bull spreads binaries, the Forex, bull spreads binaries, commodities, and then you have your underlying. This is actually the underlying of your currency markets. We can take a look at there. You can actually see the spot rates. And just to mention, guys, one of the great things about, there's several great things about the Nadex, obviously, but what I find to be one of the more interesting and helpful features of this platform is the fact that you do have the opportunity to trade the Forex. You do have the opportunity to trade these currency pairs, and and not have to have a separate account, not to have a fund and open a separate account like most companies will make that a as part of their policy that it's if you want a Forex account, it's a separate account, funded separately. So those of you who are maybe hesitant to open up a new account to go through that hassle, but you do want to pay attention to the currencies. You want to pay attention to these Forex, these currency pairs here. Nadex is the way to go. Like I said, it's really great. You can still keep an eye on the market, on these currency markets, without having to open an account, a separate account, and you still are able to have the opportunity to make money and to monitor these different pairs here. So, like I said, one of the many advantages of Nadex. But I just wanted to mention that for you guys. So really neat, a lot of opportunity, a lot of great contracts. And let's actually take a look at kind of how this price action works, and take a look at actually like how you would frame the market and how you would look at the market. Oh, Warren Buffett. Let's see. Does the platform have charting? Let's see. Yeah, absolutely. So take a look here. This little we'll bring up a chart real quick, but this little icon here right next to your the little drop down box is going to be your chart. So it has a chart of the price action on all of these contracts. So we can bring up a quick little chart here, and we can show you guys. And this is actually, it's not a chart of the underlying. Let's just get that straight. It's not going to be a chart of the underlying market, the underlying futures market. It's actually a chart of the binary of the price action of this binary, and you can kind of see how it's how it's worked since it's been open. You can kind of see the different ups and downs, and you can looking at how it works, you can see several opportunities to get into a trade throughout the day. But so that's pretty neat. You can make your changes. You can take it to like a 30-minute, 10-minute. Let's see. So looking at a 30-minute, you can see makes it a little bit easier to view. But that is how that is that's how it's recorded. Is actually how it moves. You can see the different prices. That's obviously not the price of the S&P market, but you can see kind of how that's moved relative to the underlying S&P market. So really, neat way to, like I said, frame the market and take a look at, how it compares to the actual fluctuations of an S&P market. So, but anyways, looking there, looking at this, and I'm gonna just take this off of watch list, but looking over here, guys, we've got our underlying dome over here, so we know we can keep an eye on where the underlying is. But say you didn't have, just for example, say you didn't have a dome at your disposal, or you didn't have a way to check out the if you didn't have a way to check out where the underlying is, you can actually tell where it's going to be just by looking at your bid and offers on the dailies these daily binaries right here. What I mean is, you can see here you got bid and offer, your bid size, offer size, all that. When it expires, of course, which is going to be the end of the day. All times are Eastern, by the way. If anybody, if that was confusing anybody, this is actually going to be 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. So it'll close down 3:15 Central, which is, as everybody knows, the now pause in the market for those indices. But what I was mentioning before, if you don't have access to any kind of market data or whatnot, you can actually see where the underlying is trading based off your bid and offers here on these actual binaries. So you can see here we got where you see closer to a 50-50 on the bid and offer is going to be close to where the underlying is. And you can see right now the underlying is at 32.5, and this is the expiration of, or excuse me, this is the strike price of 14.32. So you can see we got a 50-50 at this 14.32. So we know that the underlying market is going to be somewhere around 32 and below 35. Okay. So, like I said, if you don't have access to market data, you can actually kind of tell where this where the market's moving, where the market is headed, just by looking at your bid and offers. Something to mention about these bid and offers, guys, and like I said earlier, these are all going to be priced for the retail trader. These bid and offers are all is determined by actual traders. These are actual people. There's no computer-generated, trading programs on this. They're actually going to be. These are actually users, actual, account holders of Nadex. None of these, automatic, trading programs are going to be involved, which, can really, kind of. It can really, those computer generated, programs can really, skew a market and skew how the market reacts to, to certain events and whatnot. So you're completely eliminating that, when you trade here with the Nadex. Excuse me, guys, my throat's getting a little scratchy. But anyway, getting back to how these actually work. So I'm going to bring up an order ticket here. Okay, this is what this is saying. What this actual line is saying is the U.S. 500, which is the S&P 500, is going to be above 1438 by 4:15 p.m. by the close of today. By 3:15 close, which is actually the pause in the market, but that's when it's going to expire for the Nadex here. And what you see right now, currently, the market above 1438, will have to have a little bit of a sizable move. It's going to have to move about 5 points in the next 3 hours or so, which is completely possible. The way these markets are moving, completely possible for that to happen. And what you see here is your bid and offer is actually going to be a reflection of the probability that this market condition will be met. Let me just repeat that so make sure everybody understands. Your bid and offers on these contracts here is an actual reflection on the probability that the market is going to reach that number by the end of the day. Okay. And like I said, your bid and offer, they're actual people. It's actual people making these bids, putting these bids and offers in, which really, will move the market based on who's coming in, who's going out. Again, and there is no, again, just to reiterate, there are no automatic trading machines, so it's actually real users all the time doing this thing. What you can see here, this is just a quick little order ticket. You can buy or sell these things. If you're buying it, you're saying the market condition is going to be greater. The market will be greater than 38 by the end of the day. If you're selling it, you're going to say that the market isn't going to reach 38, that it's going to close below 38. Right now, if we think it is going to be above 38, we could buy this, and you can see here, just size 1, you can buy it for $22.50. That's showing you the actual how much it's actually going to cost you to make this trade. Okay, the money is immediately upon placing this order, your loss, your max loss, $22.50, is automatically taken out of your account. It's gone. That's what you risk. You can't, there's no more, no less. $22.50 is all you can stand to lose, where you can stand to gain $77.50 there. So you can see, you really can get a great, risk to reward ratio, and that's really the point that is needs to be driven home here with these Nadex. With this Nadex, is that risk to reward ratio being very positive. Like I said, if you want it to come up, increase your size here, take it up to a 5 lot, you can see you're still very low risk, $112.50. How many people has lost that in 2 minutes, trading in the futures? We all have. But you can see there again, with the increased lot size, you're increasing your profits, but still keeping your max loss, very manageable, very reasonable. And like I said, if upon placing this trade, that $110 is automatically deducted out of there, no more, no less. $112.50 is gone, but I have the opportunity to make $387.50 if my market condition is met. Okay, guys. James Brown, can I show you the live account statement? I'm not going to do that. Let's see, guys. I'm seeing some people are confused. What are we confused about? Yeah, as you see here, guys, Morgan's posted some a good link here that'll have some more kind of detailed in-depth videos and whatnot to be able to trade. Let's see. Steve, is trading Nadex available for Canadians? I do not believe so at this time. I do not believe it is available. Yeah, not at this time. I think they've been working a lot on increasing the amount of products to be traded. Let's see. Am I promoting Nadex or I think we're promoting Nadex here. This is the Nadex. This platform you're looking at is the Nadex platform. Warren. Okay. Anyway, guys. Let's see. Still got a couple minutes here. Last thing I kind of want to drive home is kind of the relative, how your market is moving relative, how your Nadex market moves relative to your underlying futures. As you can see here, when we first opened up this order ticket, we were looking at, the bid and offer was, $22.50 by I think it was maybe like 18 by $22.50 was bid and offer. If I recall correctly. And you can see that was when the market was trading around this 32.5, 33 area. And you can see since the market is now ticked down, your bid and offers have ticked down as well. Now, kind of a strategy that I've been implementing and I kind of like to use is going, excuse me, is kind of going a little bit further out up here to where you can see the bids and offers are very cheap, or down below here where it's expensive, but it would be a good risk reward ratio if you were going to sell this this contract here. And what you can do is, as if you're thinking, if it's early in the day and you're thinking the market's going to rally, you still need to pick a direction. That's the most important thing. You still need to pick a direction. But if you think it's going to be a strong rally, come up here. You think it's going to be a strong rally, but the rally maybe won't maintain itself. If you think the rally, like I said, it will go up, the market's going to go up, and it's not really going to maintain itself, but you still want to take advantage of the different fluctuations of the highs and lows of the market. What you can do is come up higher here to like these 41, 38 level was pretty good, 38 to 41, 44, get them really cheap here at 150, and as the market is going to move up to get closer to these 38 and these 41 levels, as the market gets up to there, you can see your bid and offer will be reflected there at 50-50. So if you get it in, say right now, if you bought this 47, if we bought it at $2, and throughout the day, as the day goes on, if the market keeps rallying, keeps maintaining its rally, you're going to see the bid and offer go from 50 cents and $2 to 50-50, closer to what we see down here at this 32 level. So you don't, the point I'm trying to make is you don't actually have to take all these trades into expiration. Okay, if you can get it real cheap here for $2, get out of it at 50, you've made $48. You made $48, and still, if it doesn't come your way, if it doesn't go your way, you've only risked $2, out of your pocket. Which that's, if you're not really willing to risk that much, then you probably need to look elsewhere for the trading. But anyway, guys, that's kind of the last thing I wanted to leave everybody here with. If you have any questions, let me go ahead and type in I'd like to be able to address everyone's questions. We don't really have time right now, but let me just type in my email address right here. And if you do want to follow up, or if you would like me to follow up with some of your questions, shoot me over a quick email. I'd love to get in touch with you guys, talk to you some more about it. And if you want to see, let's see, if you want to see, let me go find that link again. Let me give you guys this link, and this is going to give you, let's see, this is going to give you, let's see where to go. There it is. Okay. Yeah, this is going to give you guys, I strongly suggest you just follow this link here. I'm about to paste in, and take a look at the different videos and stuff that we've done. There's a lot of good education. There's a lot of good education. If you follow this link, it'll take you 2 seconds to fill out a quick little personal information, and then you'll have access to all the videos we've done, all the different education and whatnot. So, like I said, I strongly suggest you do that, guys. Shoot me over an email, and we can talk about this some more, get into some different strategies, talk about some different things, some different ideas and whatnot. So, so go ahead and like I said, go ahead and do that, and we'll definitely talk to you guys soon. And hope you guys enjoyed the presentation, and we've got a lot of other, a lot of good people coming up here for you guys to help you with your trading. So anyway, guys, have a great day. Thanks again for being here. Thanks for the Trading Pub for letting me come on and speak. And I've gone over my time, a lot of time. I apologize for that. But again, thanks, guys. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, great. Thank you, Colin. We appreciate you being here. And again, Colin, this link was typed in earlier, but Colin's company is actually doing a live trading session tonight that they posted a link earlier. I'll just copy it and paste it in there for you. But basically, if you fill out a brief survey, you can access the live trading session, get to see see some of this in a live market. So we appreciate you being here, Colin, and again, thanks again for your time, for the other speakers as well. We'll get a copy of all the recordings posted on our website very soon after the presentation.